Liverpool returned to Premier League action with a resounding 4-1 win over Chelsea. What a game. That was so fun to watch. From the first minute until the last, we looked dangerous, creating so many opportunities to score. Thought that we started out super strong right from the off. I think as the season has progressed, it's become more obvious that Klopp's style, in terms of bringing in that new defensive midfielder for our team, was to more so set out to start new attacks as opposed to simply being there as a defensive wall. I thought McAllister started the game really well, winning the ball in midfield, regaining possession, and then kicking us off to counterattack. I thought our left side was connecting pretty well in the beginning. We were seeing a lot of Diaz on the ball. That being said, he hasn't looked as incisive this season as maybe seasons past, kind of laboring a bit on the ball. So once we started to kind of go down the right, that's when we started to look a bit more dangerous. Jota was kind of playing that free role, obviously in defensive formations lining up on the right side, but he was kind of drifting in all over the place, dropping deep, kind of winning the knock-ons from either Nunez or the center backs, and igniting our attacks from there. And you can kind of point to our first goal with Conor Bradley regaining possession, sprinting down the right, igniting that attack, and finding Jota because he had dropped off into a bit of space. Once he was able to find Jota from there, Jota did what I think he does better than any of the players in our team. Purely just ran at both of the center backs, using his strength, his upper body strength, to hold off Badiashile while he ran through both. Got a bit lucky on the deflections of the tackles going in, but you only get that luck if you can make that decisive run. We need to talk about Conor Bradley. Oh my gosh, what a game. This lad he's only, I believe, 20 years old, played one season on loan at Bolton. To be fair, he was their player of the season. Did record a high number of goals and assists for a fullback that one season, but keep in mind that was playing in League One. This is Premier League football against Chelsea. This lad played the best game of his career. It was unbelievable. I think the second goal kind of perfectly described the confidence and just high intensity level that this kid is playing at. Diaz did a great job of holding off Caicedo's challenge in the middle of the field, spinning, finding Conor Bradley. The lad took 2 touches, full pace, in full stride, finished on the far post against Petrovic. Unbelievable goal. His ability to just drive with the ball and take players on fearlessly. I think that he is very much fitting the mold of what we've seen from Andy Robertson over the years, just bombing down that left side with so much energy. If we can replicate that on the right side, but with a player that can actually finish, I love Robbo, but the man cannot finish his chances. If we have a guy that can finish his attacks on the right side, that will make us so much more dangerous, having almost 2 players overlapping on that flank. Capped off his night with a second assist to Dominik Szoboszlai. I think that was Szoboszlai's first header of his career. I don't recall the guy winning many in the air. Great third goal. It was so nice to see. Once again, Bradley taking on his defender, having no fear. Excellent to see. I do need to point out, Chelsea did get a goal back. It was a nicely taken goal by Nkunku. I believe that it kind of could have been down to us switching out some substitutions, kind of not being fully settled as a new unit with 4 new players coming in. But we responded in the best way possible with, once again, McAllister winning the ball in midfield, playing a beautiful ball down the line with Nunez shrugging off Thiago Silva, taking on his man, and then crossing it to the back post. Diaz sliding finish. He's so great at those, just being the last guy on the end of the attack. Speaking on Nunez, the guy, Darwin Nunez, is an enigma of a football player. He is impossible to predict. You could in some way say that he had a pretty good game, getting on the end of so many chances, taking many shots. Obviously, he has that confidence to shoot on goal. Darwin Nunez is the first player to hit either the crossbar or the posts 4 times in one game. First of all, we have to bring up the penalty. Not great that he couldn't hit the target. Really can't find much to excuse that. To be fair, some of the chances, they're happening at breakneck pace, but you would hope that he could finish 1 or 2. I think he responded in the best possible way by recording that assist for Diaz at the end. still playing with lots of energy. To round it out, well, I want to give that a match rating of a 9 out of 10. I think attacking-wise, one of our best performances of the season. Got to give the man of the match to Conor Bradley. That being said, I would give a close second to Alexis McAllister in midfield, winning the ball over and over once again. And then thirdly to Diogo Jota, was just everywhere today, played with so much energy, got his goal. Man is in great form and has really filled that void of Mo Salah being out. Now, on to the next game. We have Arsenal at the weekend on Sunday. This is going to be a huge clash in terms of the title race. If we can beat Arsenal, I see them pretty much out of the title race. A draw, yeah, it's still good for us, not bad, but it lets City back in. We're going to have to see what lineup Klopp comes out with. Obviously, our squad is looking very deep, but it'll be interesting to see if he remains with Bradley and Gomez or if he'll switch out back to Trent and Robbo. I would stick with Bradley and Gomez. I've loved watching them over this last month. Hopefully that remains the case, but if not, we have quite literally the best fullback duo to replace them. So on to the next.